Welcome. In this video I have gathered few tips and tricks for pretty much any type of player. Whether you are new or old, you can find something here that you probably didn't know. And so let's start with vehicle gunners. Now being a gunner not always can be fun, but even then you have to try your best. Whenever I'm gunning for anyone, I lower my sensitivity on my mouse by pressing a button that switches its DPI. Of course, not every mouse has this option. It's very useful, but if you don't, you just need to go into settings and lower it manually. It just takes 2 seconds or so. Lower sensitivity ensures that you have more accurate shots on targets at greater distance. Plus, for some reason I feel that gunner turrets have higher sensitivity than normal. C4, aka Jihad Flash. Yeah, this is cheesy tactic, but it works! It works so well that only one person is needed to destroy a Sunday that 20 are guarding. I'm happy to be able to dispatch those nasty Sundays as well as tanks by using my tools in this great combo. I recommend using light assault to take out tanks, but if you are going up against Sundays, get engineer or heavy assault since they will carry more explosives. Oh, and if somebody is giving you a business about this, just remind them that everything's fair in a war. Function keys for seat switching. Well, the basic premise is this. With the function keys you can switch seats while sitting in a vehicle. And of course you can do that anytime. Having a gunner in MBT or lib is great, but even without them you can dish out almost as much damage and still be relatively agile. See, whenever you are driving your MBT and you see an enemy and you engage him with your primary weapon while it's reloading, you can switch to your secondary and use that gun as well. While that reloads, you can switch back and use your primary and switch between and so on and so forth, and basically you'll deal more damage than just using your primary, obviously. As for aircraft, I guess the best one would be solo libbing, because with Galaxy or Valkyrie it doesn't really work. And if you're solo libbing, I would recommend you to get either momentum or altitude. And even then it's quite difficult, yet not impossible. Pick up passengers. Whenever you conquer a base or even spawn a vehicle, look around if there is anyone that needs a transport. And if you have free seats, pick those guys up and drive them to the next base. Because walking there is annoyingly boring. But in case somebody is shooting your vehicle as you are driving away, remember, they are not shooting because they want to damage you or anything, they just want to get your attention, so you stop and pick them up. Important targets. To break frontline or any type of stronghold, you need to take out medics and then engineers, as medics can revive everyone in a split second, and engineers of course will keep them fighting. Of course this sounds more like infiltrator stuff, but of course it is. Infiltrator has to focus those two targets more than anyone else, but then again, why can't you do that as well if you can? And in case you have to choose what to kill first, remember, medic is the #1 priority. Listen. Even though Planetside doesn't have as good audio setup as other games, listening in can reveal a lot to you. As an infiltrator, I sometimes hear enemy cloakers somewhere close, uncloaking or shooting at my teammates, and without hesitation I search and destroy him. The same goes for snipers. You can still predict where he's shooting from or hiding at. It's also very easy to distinguish max unit steps as they are quite loud. At this point either sound will help you survive or make a kill. So don't forget to always listen in. Minimap. Such small but useful thing. In settings you can find a little tick box called fixed minimap. This basically will change how the minimap works. In one of the modes, world will be static, up will be north, down will be south, and so on and so forth. In the other mode, you will be the static point and world will be turning around you. Frankly, this mode is more appealing to me because I can see where the enemy is exactly and how much do I need to turn to see him. Basically, all I'm saying is try out both modes and see which one you like the best. Command list. Are you looking for all console-ish commands for this game? You can find all of them by opening your map and clicking on the support button on the bottom left corner. It will open a little window with command list, report and other things. From here go to command list and there you go. All the commands you need to know to disband the squad or use chat. Minimap waypoint. And yes, did you know that you can place waypoints and smokes and other things for your platoon or squad or even yourself by using minimap? This is very useful if you're trying to get somewhere and just don't want to open your map and so on and so forth. All you need to do is just press Alt by default and it will bring up your cursor, and from there just place a waypoint. Vehicle menu. Noob tip 1. You can give your friend a pilot seat for your vehicle if you are in one squad or platoon. and you have set correct access. To do so, all you need to do is just press page down. By default it will bring up the vehicle menu, and from there you just need to set correct access. Remember that locked and unlocked will only allow you to be in the pilot seat. Now that I think of it, unlocked is kind of misleading. Full Planetside experience. This game, just like most FPS games, feature voice over IP. But what makes it so remarkable is that this voice chat will help you to guide or follow your teammates into battle. And the best way to learn how to play this game is by joining a platoon or squad and start capping bases. Remember, microphone is very useful here, and if possible try joining an outfit as well as their TeamSpeak or Mumble to communicate with the bodies within. You'll find yourself new friends, trust me. Don't use Lumifiber. It's quite obvious. In real war you want to be as little visible as possible, so why would you put something glowing on you? Especially in the night. I'm also referring to bright camos here too. So noob tip here, if you want to survive a little bit longer, avoid Lumifiber and bright color use. Personal messages. From time to time I receive some personal messages either from fans or butthurt enemies. And in case you want to reply on these personal messages, all you need to do is press backspace or write in the chat /r. But in general, if you want to send a personal message to somebody, just write /tell or /t, then the guy's name and then the message you want to send. And so that's about it on these tips. Of course, I have 2 more videos about this whole team, so go and check them out if you like.